Welcome to Sam Time, Save Auto Money Time. Working on an '07 Toyota FJ Cruiser 4.0 liter. Alright, let's just get into it. Your clutch fluid takes a DOT3 and you put in as needed. I don't really have a quantity on that. I just put in what is needed. As on the automatic transmission, it takes a Toyota ATF WS, and the total is 9 quarts. And if you just drain R&R the filter, then it'd take roughly about 3 quarts, or a little over 3 quarts. The brake fluid is a DOT3, and I just use that as needed. The power steering fluid is a Dexron 2 or a Dexron 3, and you use that as needed. The refrigerant is a 134A, and the refrigerant oil is an ND-oil 8, or you can use an equivalent to an ND-oil 8. I always check the compressor for the quantities on that. The coolant is a Toyota Long Life, or you can use an equivalent. I'm not sure what an equivalent is. I always use Toyota Long Life. That's what I recommend for your warranty. And that's 10 liters that it takes, approximately. The engine oil is an SAE 5W30, and that's a GF-4. That took about 6 quarts. The manual transmission fluid is an SAE 75 weight 90, and that's a GL4 or a 5, and that took less than 2 quarts. The transfer case, if it's a full-time all-wheel drive, it takes an SAE 75 weight 90, an API GL5, and that took about roughly 1.5 quarts. If it's a part-time all-wheel drive, it takes the same SAE 75 weight 90, only it's an API GL3, and that took a little over 1 quart. So if you're going to use about 1.1 quarts. The differential on the front and rear, the Toyota differential gear oil is an LT API GL5. That's an SAE 90 weight. You need to check with your manufacturer or the dealer if the temperatures get below 0, from what I understand. I didn't really follow up on that and ask them, what they're talking about, but they say that if you are in a climate that's always 0 degrees or less, then you need to put a different fluid in it. But other than that, they call for an SAE 90 weight, which is a Toyota differential gear oil. And the quantities on that, I didn't have to mess with that, so I don't have any quantities. There's no quantities that are known on that. Other than that, that's what it takes on an '07 Toyota FJ Cruiser 4.0 liter. It goes over the top of the water pump, comes around the power steering, hits idler number 2 here, hits the water pump on the bottom side as well, goes around the tensioner, comes around the bottom of the crankshaft, comes over idler number 1, goes around the AC compressor, comes up around the alternator, and goes underneath idler again, comes across over the top of the water pump, and comes back around the power steering. That's the way you route it. I just want to fill you in. This is what I use. Now always check for errors or updates. Always check for your owner's manual and manufacturer. Always double check. I make no claims what you use and take no responsibility for what you put in your vehicle. Remember to compare both sides of the stick when applicable when taking readings. This is for reference only. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button if this helps you out when you're looking for what type of fluids to use in your vehicle.